For decades, the corporate world has chased a seductive idea that better leadership will fix everything. If managers just became more empathetic, agile, and inspiring, everything else would fall into place. It sounds reasonable, but it's also flawed. We've turned leaders into workplace superheroes, expected to be strategists, coaches, therapists, and performance drivers all at once. Then we act surprised when ordinary humans fail to meet an impossible brief. The truth is, your manager is probably not exceptional. They aren't broken either, just human, likely promoted for their technical skills and thrust into a role demanding emotional intelligence, people development, and political navigation, often without the training or the time to do it. If your growth and fulfillment depend on finding a flawless leader, you have become a hostage waiting for rescue, destined for chronic disappointment. Workplaces are rife with narratives like, "My boss is a micromanager. She never communicates," to "He doesn't support my development." Now, these gripes may be accurate. They are also addictive, providing social bonding in corridors while taking a hidden tax: your agency. As organizations moved away from command and control leadership, the pendulum swung too far. We demand autonomy while expecting managers to curate our emotional experience of work. We want empowerment without accountability, growth without discomfort, and clarity without having to ask difficult questions. Framing yourself as a victim of subpar leadership may feel justified, but it is career quicksand. Leadership cannot carry what you are capable of carrying yourself. So I'm going to share 5 signals of self-leadership. This isn't about lowering standards for leaders, it's about raising them for yourself. Here's how to reclaim your power. Number 1, seek clarity, not permission. Stop waiting to be managed into effectiveness. When direction is vague, define success for yourself as best as you can. Articulate your take on priorities, metrics, and assumptions, then ask for a clear yes or no. The leverage that you develop here is that you build a reputation for autonomy. People trust those who act with intent, not those who wait for instruction. Number 2, bring solutions, not just problems. Raising issues is easy. Creating options is where value lives. Pair every problem with recommendations, scenarios, or small experiments. Escalate only after you have done the thinking. The leverage here is that you become a problem solver, not a problem broadcaster. Potential is noticed through contribution, not commentary. Number 3, communicate for impact, not catharsis. Venting feels good, but it often changes nothing. Offer honest, respectful feedback aimed at improving outcomes, not offloading frustration. Chronic venting without positive intent erodes credibility. The leverage by adopting this is that influence grows from those who want the system to work, not those who narrate its flaws from the sidelines. Number 4, turn bad bosses into case studies. Every poor leader is a masterclass in what not to do. Notice their blind spots, the downstream effects of their decisions, but also observe what they do well. Learn what to emulate and what to avoid becoming. The leverage on this one, you transform any environment into leadership training. Bad managers become your teachers rather than your roadblocks. Number 5, own your development. The era of the organization-designed learning pathway is over. Stop waiting for your manager to enroll you in a course. Learning has never been more accessible through mentors, AI, and global networks. Explore and use it to the full. The leverage here, you future-proof yourself. Your growth no longer depends on a training budget or a manager's priorities. Now, yes, leadership capability absolutely matters, but the modern workplace demands that every professional bring systems thinking, adaptability, curiosity, and resilience. No manager can bestow those qualities. They are built often through friction, ambiguity, and imperfect environments. We've all heard the phrase that people don't leave companies, they leave managers. And data suggests that around half do that. Yet global engagement continues to decline. People escape one disappointing leader only to encounter another, carrying the same expectations into a new context without changing their internal operating system. If you leave a bad manager without developing self-leadership, you are simply rolling the dice again. Exceptional leaders are by definition exceptions. Your success doesn't require their perfection. It requires ownership of your standards, energy, and development. Work is not a prison. If your environment is genuinely toxic, leaving is a valid, powerful choice. But if you stay, choose self-leadership, owning your mindset and contribution, regardless of your boss's capability. This is the true way to unlock professional peace and self-respect. Accept the reality of your context and act within it. Because waiting for the perfect leader so you can finally become your best self is a losing strategy. The most successful people are not those who found flawless bosses. They are those who learn to thrive despite imperfect ones. If you enjoyed this video, it is inspired by my book, From Loathing to Loving Your Job. The link is in the description. And please make sure that you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video.